creations. A lot of people are making tons of beautiful assets, and I look at them, and I'm happy for everybody. But at the same time, there's certain tips you gotta know, and that'll help your creations further along. And I decided, the stingy way is not the best route to go. This definitely looks like a bug that just happened. Let me see if I can fix that. What's going on? I'll go to edit mode. Okay, that is definitely a weird bug. Well, this just took a turn. Let's see why is this doing that. Yeah, that is definitely a weird bug. Let's exit this. Oh, there it goes. Okay, here's the tip. First thing, you always want to have your thermometer on and check. Okay, now my designer Luigi, he's actually a really good artist, and he designed me this beautiful bush. And initially it was at 4% graphics, and he turned it down to 1%, just how I like it. And he got the gameplay down. It was 4% gameplay. And the thing is, he went and he sculpted a nice flower. Unfortunately, I don't have any more of those original flowers. And they were low quality flowers, low detailed, and he copied them all over, which is great. But the gameplay was at 4% already. And then if I was to copy it, gameplay would go up. And I think it went up to like 6% or 8% immediately. That's not good for when you're designing a game. I like to keep everything relatively optimized. And that's why Splatty's Adventure has so much possibilities, because everything I keep, all my assets are always in 1% range. Now here's the thing. We have two identical bushes, okay? Now, with two identical bushes, you're going to see something crazy happen, all right? So we're going to take this bush, and we're going to copy it. We're going to duplicate it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And you notice I went up to 2% gameplay, and I have 8 different assets. Then I'm going to copy that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to let it go. Now I have 64 total objects, and my gameplay went up to 12%. 12%, and that's a lot, correct? All right. So what's the difference with this bush? Let's go ahead and copy this bush. Copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're at, wait, still 1%? Let's go ahead and copy these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're at 2%. 2% from the 12% gameplay. My graphics doesn't go up because how we work with our assets. We keep everything relatively low. Well, let's take a look at the difference. So another useful tool you guys can use is the sculpture detail. Most definitely. Now if you notice, my sculpture detail is really low. If we're going to make a bush, never have your sculpture detail up and then increase the looseness. You're just going to increase your graphics on it. Just decrease the resolution on it, and then you don't have to add the looseness, and it's just making it even cheaper. It's a very big tip. Okay. And then here's the only difference between these two bushes, which will help you get your gameplay down a line if you're copying assets with multiple parts to it. If I scope into this group, you'll notice I have 1 flower, 2 flower, 3 flowers. I have all these flowers on here, right? But they're all separate. It's the same flower, just copied and placed differently. These are all separate flowers. Whereas in this bush, all these flowers are one. They're all one scope. So what I realized is if you keep all your paintings, on separate scope projects, that means you can edit them separately, but at the same time, you're going to increase gameplay because these are all unique objects. So what I did was I took all these flowers, since they're identical, or even if they weren't identical, and I wasn't going to tweak them later, I put them all into one scope. So now if I was to edit these flowers right here, they will all change simultaneously. And that in turn will save gameplay versus selecting one flower and changing. So there's your very good dev tip for creating assets. If you're done what you're painting and you want it to take up less space, if you're going to be copying and pasting it, just simply put them all in one group. And when you do that, it's not going to take up any more space. And here, I'll prove it to show you. I'll select them all and just show you guys real quick. Just in case some of you guys are a little skeptical. Let's go ahead and select every single flower. Or at least most of them. There we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and add those. I don't want to waste time. Scoped out, what is this? Actually, there we go. Now most of these flowers are all on one singular scope. Now if I was to copy this, I have 8. I'm still at 1% gameplay. I copy this. Have my 64, and now I'm at 3%. Probably because I did something slightly different. But as you can tell, all these are now saving me, what, 3% from 12%. And I think it's probably because this red flower is unique to the other ones. But there you go. There's your little tip. Use it wisely while creating assets. I would definitely say if you are designing a game like Splatty's Adventure, I want to see more games. I'm not a fan of recreations. I'm more a fan of original ideas. But I want to definitely see more games where they actually optimize well and they play well. That's the reason Splatty's Adventure is gonna stand out from the majority, is because it's an original idea. It has a beautiful story, and I'm working on a gameplay and a lot of things right now, like the menu. But we optimize our stuff really well. My character and everything are less than 4%. And that comes with a lot of tips and a lot of things that I can do to my character versus having a character that's 25%. That leaves me no room for editing. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next update. I'll probably be updating my menu. Peace out.